Yes. Okay. Um, then six transcendent perfections. I think we kind of studied. I don't need to remind again. The four concentrations. This is maybe very profound. Is talking about the connect to the sustained calm and profound insight. This is both the four concentration and four formless state. And now it's like sustained calm and profound insight, and that one is very much connected to non-conceptualizations, and this sustain calm and all the calm and abiding, and calm and abiding, it is the very important meditation, and mind is needed to calm down, to peace, cool from the disturbing emotions. And whatever we are in the above mentioned things are in order to make the calm mind, and 10 positive actions, 4 boundless qualities, and 6 transcendent perfections, 4 dhyanas, like concentrations, 4 formless. All of them are the how you can to make mind calm and to abiding or to sit. And then it's like the profound insight, and also profound insight, like we say vipassana or the spatial vision, and also it's like superior seeing. You can to say sometimes superior seeing, and that is also it's a superior seeing means really our mind has become more and more calm. We can to see that transparently, penetrantly our inner disturbing emotions. For example, it's like when we rely on the ignorant, maybe it's like your mind is calm, sit on the ignorant, and then it's like you can to see the ignorant nature, you can to see the function of the ignorant, you can to see that the result of the ignorant, and that is the it's like a spatial like seeing, and a spatial like kind of the realized something, say. And also exactly disturbing emotion of the desire attachment. When you have very strong desire attachment, and then you analyze on it, maybe you work on it, and then it's like mind is not kind of the running others after. Mind maintain on the desire attachment thoughts, and then it's like mind only focus on that. Then it's like the mind is something is like superior seeing, maybe the nature of the disturbing the desire attachment, the functionality of the desire attachment, and the result of the desire attachment, the qualities of the desire attachment. You see the direct, that is the superior seeing. And also same as the angers. Anger is arrive, and then mind work on anger and meditate on anger, and mind is like a kind of the seated on it, and mind is like kind of completely preoccupied by the anger itself, and mind is like not chasing any other thoughts, only there is a single thought, the thoughts of the anger. Then is look at the anger. That means calm means you are not after running the anger. You not analyze the anger. You're not thinking about the who created the anger into your mind. not this kind of elaborations. You choose to like kind of the attendedly, or maybe it's like a kind of the holding and sit on it to just anger itself. Therefore, it's like the Abhisamaya Lankara, it says, the truly look at the truth. That is the meaning. Truly look at the truth. And that means is your mind is very calm, cool, and anger is not kind of the make pain your mind. Anger is like kind of the disturbing your mind. You look at anger like there is the kind of the seeing spatial means you see that anger penetrately, transparently. You realize that the cause of the anger, functionality of the anger, result of the anger, the nature of the angers. And at that moment, anger is not really angers. Anger is really like kind of the you call the mind is the like superior seeing the anger itself. Therefore, it's like anger. Also, like anger is not anger. Anger is become the wisdom of the mirror. Anger is also become the manifestation deity of the Vajrasattva. And therefore, it is like a karma budding means it's like this calm and budding on it. And exactly same other disturbing emotion, jealousy and rivalry, so on. Or any kind of. Also, it doesn't matter positive thoughts, negative thoughts. And like this, even we practice boundless qualities. First time, maybe you have the loving kindness. Maybe it's the loving kindness. You take the seat by the mind. Mind sit on it. Maybe mind itself it's become the loving kindness. And mind is like kind of the single pointedness. Because you are only concerned in the loving kindness. And that moment is superior seeing means, and you mind really to see the penetrately the nature of the loving kindness and functionalities, result, so on. And that is the superior like kind of the realize or the insight means. And like this, same as the others, we can to say the choice, compassion, equanimities, and also six transcendent. Six transcendent also is like when you are like kind of the thinking generosities, you have idea of the I want to make in the generosities. Maybe it's like you acting through the body, verb, mind. You have that moment kind of the essential ideas. And it's like kind of the I'm doing like this. Maybe it's like in the future it's like this, not like this. And the idea of the generosities to maintain on that. There is like kind of mind is free of the any elaboration. Generosity is not past, present, futures. And generosity is just names, one thoughts, maybe these thoughts to kind of the provoke or the make the actions. But this action is action. Action is not like thoughts. But maintain the thoughts. These thoughts, through these thoughts, there's automatic the conduct, maybe relate to the body, belonging, virtue, things. But the essential of the generosity, it is like free from any elaboration. You one pointedly concerning that point truly look at the truth, and that is like you see, realize that like qualities of the generosities and the functionality of the generosities, the result of the generosities, beneficial of the generosities, exactly like this. Same as the discipline, patience, the diligent, meditative concentration, and wisdom itself. And like therefore, it's like a karma budding, and the profound insight means it's like a superior, like a realization, something like this insight. And each in the Mahayana, each kind of the liberation paths very much connect to this true, calm and abiding, and the profound inside means it's like the superior seeing inside, and this too, and that is the most important, and therefore is the should be done with the perfect Buddhahood through this. And as you soul aims in our books, in the soul aim, of course this soul aim, single aim maybe. So soul is sometimes the part of the God and a different part, but some in the meaning soul means the single aim. Single aim, it is our aims that become the perfect Buddhahood. And through the principle, like kind of the meditations, meditation of the calm, like kind of standard calm and profound insight. And this one is like, and of course there are other things. Maybe it is like all the other tools, and above we principally mention that 10 positive action, boundless qualities, and those are the kind of the tools. Then it's like maybe more, it's like the 4 dhyanas, 4 formulas. This is kind of the measurement of the how it's our meditations going on there. And these meditations like how it's the like progressive like schedules, and like if you have this kind of calm mind, then you are level of this kind of to checking fathom our meditations. And then it's according that, then there is like kind of we call the 5 like path and the 10 bhumis. And then it's like last time is we studied like the first path, the path of the accumulation. That is so very well. And also it is like the meditation calm and abiding, and like a sustained calm and a profound insight. These 3 are connected, all the paths. If like when we look at the first path of the accumulation merit, and the lesser one is like connect to the 4 application of the mindfulness. Absolutely, it's like this 4 application of the mind is kind of the tool, the focal object. We are mind put on it. Then if we meditate, then it's like through each single this pointed, it's like standard to come. And then it's like profound insight means when we analyze the body, and the mind is like only concerning the body, and this is like calm and abiding on it, is not kind of thinking other sensation, mind, phenomena, only concerning the bodies. And that moment is superior insight means you understood the nature of the body, functionality of the body, qualities of the body, result, cause of the body, result of the body, permanent or impermanent. We see the feature of the bodies. And then it's like that is the superior realization of the insight. And finally, you looking toolings, look at the truth, truly look at the truth. And then it's like to maintain that is like you say, it's like you see the penetrated non like kind of the substantial existence. And then it's like you see the nature of the body. Then it's the included body of the external, or like the kind of the environmental sentient beings, included yourself. And also it's like then it's the sensation is also exactly this true, like kind of you focus on the cessation of the suffering feeling, or the happy feeling, or the neutral feelings. And it's like kind of single one pointed to maintain on. For example, we can to the suffering. Suffering, we can to say the suffering. The suffering is maybe is not sufferings. We do not analyze suffering as sufferings. But the feeling of the sufferings, you really to mind like kind of the sustained come on it, then you have the superior insight, realizations, profound kind of the insight means you can to see the nature of the suffering, the feeling, and the functionality, and also the quality, result, so on. And then it's like you more approaches the essence of the suffering feeling is not sufferings. Maybe suffering is the nature of the sufferings, maybe become the deity, wisdoms. And the same as the happy and neutral. Three of them is like this. And then same as the mind, same as the phenomena, and also it's like we can to say it's like the middling, the path of the accumulations, of course, for abandonment, perfect abandonment. And also it's like to analyze the mind itself. Maybe mind is empty. Okay, good, but this is not empty of the nature of the realities. Maybe mind is empty of the positive things. Maybe fully there is the negative things. Maybe you created the positive, and some in the perspective positive arrive, and you are making instead like kind of the developed. You know, in the Shantadeva's book, Bodhicharya Avatara, it says, maybe in the dark, no luminosity of the sun, moon, star. Maybe it's in the lot of skies covered up by the like the black clouds. You can't see nothing but sometimes tender light is coming. That time you can to see your path, where you are, how you going, your like way of this, your direction is ready. Like this, maybe inside this, in our mind sky, there is no positive luminosity, star, moon, or any luminosities. And according to ignorant, very dark minders, of course, there's like kind of the black cloud of the obscurations. And in this kind of darkness minders, sometimes it says like maybe in the past because of the virtue, or maybe sometimes blessing of the Buddhas, you have some luminosity, certain like one like moment luminosity virtues can curse. That is you should to don't lose. You should to keep and to develop it. Like this, sometimes our dark mind is some virtues are coming, and then it's like you keep, and then it's to develop. And this is like perfect abandonment or perfect kind of to keep. And then if there is a full of the negative darkness, you recognize and to abandon one by one. These four are the four perfect abandonment, you can to say. Is for abandonment is more positive active. Therefore, I think is you call that they give the name this. And then is the highest. It is like kind of the meditative lake. So you receive the salmon, the lake of the salmon, the miraculous salmon. This miracle means it's like you're like a sustained, calm, fantastic, and also profound insight or the superior realizations. Both is occurring, and then is you can to many like kind of the transforming. You perform. Maybe it's like kind of the nature of the realities, way of maybe single you can make the manyness you can make the single. And like this, there's you can to have magic kind of the salmon illusion you can to do. Your mind is like a more high, so to say. Of course, afterward there is the for another second the path is the path of the junctures. We studied or not studied, and we studied like this the path of the junction divided the four. I think the warmth, peak, forbearance, superiors, dharmas. But then it's during the peak, during the warmth and peak, how it is the practice. I think is the force, 5 force and 5 powers. No? Huh? Okay. 5 powers and 5 strength. 5 powers, 5 strength, they are the same or different? I'm really not sure. Umbo nga namshonjo umbo nga top nga samsala. Superiors like 5 faculties, 5 powers umbo nga. Then is the 5 strength or the 5 power. What are they? Faith, diligent, mindfulness. Tepa Tsundru Tembaton, Tepa Tsundru, okay. And then is the samadhi and wisdom are the 5 powers and the 5 strength. And did you looked out like the path and bhumis? Yes? I'm not sure. Okay, during the warmth and peak, what they practice? I'm not sure. This during the true path. Huh? Are you sure? I'm not sure. Are you sure? Yes. Allah. Okay. Oh, that's right. And second, you have, yes? And also in the Hieda book, yesterday we talking about the okay. There is we talking about what about no. Samba classification, samba thonglong true dan sage. You know there's the I don't know you can to look the I think second sheda or this 2.3 a supplementary notes about the path of the seeing. Okay? Yes. Path of the seeing. And for example, first you can to look, there's 5 different, yes? And then is the first one is support. And then is like the first support is the body of the human realms, yes? Not only the human realms. Look, the physical support included all beings in the desire and form realms, except those in the 3 inferior states in the Atarakuna. Atarakuna is like it's a and also in the desire realms it's like kind of the Otarakuru is like kind of the Shondamnya. Okay, that is like you can to see, and the same thing is like look, here is very important. Mental support. The mental support is whichever of the 6 levels of the meditative concentration and the suitable, or the 4 dhyana levels, 6 suitable, something satuk, I think something satuk. Something satu, probably you choose to say form. That's exactly the word of my perfect teacher. He said the 4 concentration meditation and formless. And also something satu, there is, I think is a little bit connected. Okay, otherwise it's also it's something satu means it's like they say it is the preparation, like entering, maybe preparation, they really want preparation, really want is a I think there's a little bit different. Okay, then it's that's very good. Something sakondong, something uses, something sadu kondong, something you. There's like the meditative concentration is suitable. The level of the meditative concentration, 6 levels of the meditative concentration, this connect to the 4 dhyanas and the levels, but in the word of my perfect teacher even added the formless realms. Okay, and also it's like the essence of the realization. There's very nice, you can to look the next one. And then it's like this next one is like the classification is like in the path of the seeing, and and also it's like the next part there is a kind of the 5 parts: object, methods, essence, purpose, and terminologies. Very important. First is like the object is the Four Noble Truths according the 16 classifications, and this one is 16 sustain of the forbearance and cognitions, and forbearance, cognitions, chuzu, chushi, jizu, jishi. The next one is very, very important. I give you one is like a list. Can you study yourself? Subsequent cognition and subsequent forbearance. And this one is like ketik chuduma. This one is like a subsequent cognition. Like you can to say the 8 subsequent cognition, 8 subsequent forbearance. And okay, and can you study this? I don't want to more detail. It's the next one is the each of the 4 truth as the 4 each. So there are the 16 in totally. For example, like a like we can to say it's like a for truth of the noble, the suffering, the truth of the suffering itself divided the 4, yes, and impermanent suffering, no, matakpa, impermanent suffering, emptiness, and non-self. And this 4 is like, then you can to say it's like this 4 is like kind of you have the suffering itself. You can to say it's like to understand of the sufferings, and you can to bear to the sufferings, and like this each one has 4 jizu jihi, chu the jizu jihi, chuzu chushi. Chuzut is a understand the 4b, like we can say substantive cognitions. So can this substance jihi don jizu the chu tomchich. Normally there's 2, chuzu chuhi, jizu jihi se. Chuzu chuhi is like and subsequent cognition and subsequent forbearance. I want to say the phenomena of the cognitions, the phenomena of the forbearance. Maybe is you can to say, and you can to check under your the dictionary, like there is a kind of the 4 cognitions, 4 like bearance, 4 cognitions. Maybe these cognitions, 4 bearance. Did you find? Huh? Okay. How they translate? Okay, that's good. acknowledge or forbearance, you say. Accept. Okay. Maybe it's like accept, maybe forbearance, jizup. Like here it said subsequent means after, yes? Subsequent cognition, like a true, each truth has the true subsequent cognition, true substant forbearance. And then it's like 16. Okay, this is like here is the relation to the four truth. They are mainly classified in the manner of the cutting through misconceptions. And also there is lazy translated. Okay la. This is like how do you say? It's like a cognition of the Dharma phenomena, cognition of the forbearance. Look, she translated. First, chuzut says the for instance, having confidence in the true nature of the four truths through forbearance with the phenomena. The forbearance with phenomena are the attained forbearance of not being afraid. Therefore, you call the forbearance with phenomena. This one. And then second is chu-shi, is like the cognition of the phenomena. Cognition of phenomena. There is a translated shi. See the true nature of the four truth directly to understand. Then is the jizo, means subsequent forbearance, and it is the attained strength of the not being afraid about the true nature of the full truth in the post meditations. And then is the substant cognition, since one attained the strength of knowing the true nature, how it isness of the full truth in the post meditation. One can say it is like that. And maybe it's like a true subsequent forbearance is more in the post meditations. And true, it is this cognitive, yes, yes, cognition of the phenomena. It is like more in the meditative concentrations. Yes. Okay, that is more easy. Therefore, then it's like I'm going to through. Then this I don't want to just to remind. And for example, when you are like also this start from that, and then it's like a path of the seeing, then you can count the also related to the five paramatas. For example, path of the seeing and related to the path of the generosity says. For example, I don't know, you can go through this. It's a page, maybe mine is 284, and there is it's like I wrote it. It's justice to, how do you say, the the qualities of the talking about the the maybe the start. There's a page I see is having been introduced to the primordial awarenesses of the truth of the seeing. Each of the levels is more superior than the last. Purified the obscuration of covetousness, and is the habit forming, imprinting on perfect the parameter of the generosities. And then it's like this is the first booming and the path of the seeing, and then it's like you can go to there's qualities talking about that. Okay, I don't want to go through that, just mentioned. And then you can go to mine pages 255. It's a you cannot to okay. It's a the page number, page like the chapters is like 2.3 to 2.3.3.4 purpose. Okay, you got the purpose. Purpose, yes. Purpose. Purpose. Sorry, purpose. All the times purpose. Purpose. Purpose is like this, the root of that which is to be abandoned under the path of the seeing. One is the desire, attachment, anger, pride. And this unawareness and doubt, the 5 non-views, as well as the view of the destructible collections, extreme view, wrong view. These 3 are. 4th view of the holding wrong view as supreme, and 5th view of the holding bad moral discipline and practice to be supreme. The 5 wrong views together make the 10. That yesterday I said, is in the path of the seeings, you need to, according to the desire elements, you should to abandon the 112. It's you have based you counting like this. It's like there is taba nga dong tamam nga je nga ja control marik te sam tamam nga taba ndo chok control ye marik te sam taba nga dong tamam nga gitan tata lo taba chon sotum to yun chon te taba nga dong tamam nga. This 10 one, and you can to look at the next one is there is these are the same of the 112 wrong way of the engaging with the 4 truth, which have to be abandoned during the it's like the path of the seeing. This path of the seeing, it is not that, but it's also is like probably is a connect. Then is you can look this with 44 the desired elements and 36 for the each of the 2 higher elements, since they do not have on anger. There are 112 in a totally. Then you can this one is to count. For example, 4 noble truths. Combine the 4 noble truths, and then it's in the desire elements exactly the 40. Yes, and then it's the superior, the 40 in the desire elements is the 40, because it is there's everything, there's like a wrong 5 view. And how do you call the other one is there is abandoned the path of the scenes, doubt the 5 non-views. 5 non-views, yes, 5 non-views, the 5 wrong views. This maybe you need to in the futures, very important. 5 non-views, 5 wrong views. 5 non-views, the 5 wrong views. Tawa nga dong tam nga se 5 non-views, 5 wrong views. And this 10 is you each 4 like 4 noble truth. The truth of suffering, truth of origination, truth of the sensation. There is a combination. Maybe you think, why this is combined, corresponded, and this is like kind of maybe more detailed. A little bit we need to go more detailed, but anyway, in the path of the seeings, you need to abandon. According to the desire elements, there's like a kind of 112, and this is in the desire elements, but it's in the not according to the desire elements. Okay, in the path of seeing, but it's like in the desire alamas exactly 14. In the 4 concentration meditations, there is no kind of it is like anger. There's no anger because the the dhyanas formless, and there's no kind of anger. And then it's like each 4 noble truths you take under anger, how much you take out. In the 40s, huh? Yes, no. 4 you can take out, and 4 noble truth, each one is like 9. 9 4 how many? 36. 36 times how much? 72. You added 40, how much? Exactly, that's right. You got it, yes? Okay, this like when you be in the path of the seeing, you have to abandon like purification. The responsibility purification is 112. Okay, this base is a counting. You can to read. There is 5 non-views and 5 wrong views. Then there is a 10. Yes, this each connect to the 4 noble truths. Then it's like in the desire animus, 4 noble truth itself is like 10. It's a 40. Yes, 40. And then in these 2 more in the higher animus, the dhyana, the 4 concentration animus, there's no anger. And then it's like anger take out, there's 9. Yes, therefore noble truth, each one is 9. Like 4 9, how much? 36. Yes, and therefore less animus also 36. Yes, 36 2. 72. Yes, then you add 40, how much? 112. That's they say. And this is like to in Tibet, the path of the seeings has a responsibility to abandon 112. When you say how to calculate, that is like the path of the seeings. You need to abandon 112. Tompon, part of the seeings, responsibility or to the abandon of the. There's no this really properly name in the path of the seeings. The purple need to abandon 112. What it says? Discard. What do you say? Can you say the fully? 112 discard. Discard to make the. Okay, discard. Okay, the discard. Here it says the have to be abundant. Have to be abundant. I'm not. Okay, that is like kind of. Then is in the part of the. But we are now like a kind of the talking about, how do you say, is the part of the conjunction. We are in the part of the junction. Yes. Yes, this is. And where is the, which path you are? I give you these informations. But it's I need to talk about the path of the sea, the path of the junction. Where is? Oh, I haven't. This is Tona. Okay. Yes. This is our counting is chapter is Ani Yogas. Ha. You look, this chapter is, you see, yes? To see the chapter 6. Ascertaining the path of the junction, great beings. In generally, the first result of the path of the accumulation is the path of the junction. Here, ascertaining the path of the great being refer to the being on the path of the junction. The next paragraph is I think is quite very good. This and whichever disciples of the three families, Pachika, Shavaka, Pachika, Bodhisattvas, who is the dependent on whichever of the Sutik, authentic path of the Mahayana reach, the path of the junctions. And that moment he is the closer to see the meaning of the true nature, the natural state, the warmth of the its inner experience and realization is clearly glowing, and he or she, you can say, is clearly different from other kind of practitioner. Once the traverse the 4 legs, 4 stages of the definitive distinctions, he has oblivious become the superior Mahayana practitioners. It's the Nginje Chayi Jethok Tema thought. Yes, Nginje Chayi. This is the 4 stage of the definitive distinctions. Means is the warmth, forbearance. This like warmth, peak, forbearance, and the supreme dharma. This one is the 4th stage of the definitives, the distinctions, and Nginje Chaya. This one is often they used this one Nginje Chaya. This like warmth, pit, more warmth, peak, forbearance, supreme dharma. This group's name is the 4th stage of definitive distinctions. Liz, she translated that. Do you have another translations? They said emergency. Definition. Definite. They said. Okay, which book? Okay, but maybe we name this name is very good to study. I want to say first my book, the quoting. Okay, love. The 4th stage of the definitive distinctions. The 4th stage of the definitive distinctions. Nginje Chaya. And like this, then Why I'm say just to check in with you. There is the five, like how to say, power, five strength. Okay, and that one is like I think is. Can you look? Maybe it's for you more. It doesn't matter. Take time. It's a, for example, five power. Maybe it is like this is five faculties. Normally, these five faculties, as we know, like start beginning fifth. Okay, but this fifth faculties is first is the power, and then second is become the strength, top stairs. And maybe it is like maybe you can check the during the pit warmth, according the four stages of what it says in the list. Four stages of oh yes, definitive distinctions. I want to study that. Then there is another translations. Four stages of definitive distinctions. First is the peak, second is the warm, or first warmth, peak. During that times, five power, the five faculties to start the practice, and then is the true after the four legs of four stages of definitive distinctions, like during the forbearance supreme. The dharma, and that time is they like the five faculties is become the strength, and during this practice, okay, and that is like during the junctions. And also junction means is the during this four stages of definitive distinctions. It's quite not much. They say this path is very short. Why? Because it's just connected the path of the accumulation and the path of the seeings. When you have the feeling of the warmth, definitive, like definitive distinctions feeling, and then it's like how do you say, peak superiors your meditation, and then it's that moment is like kind of the forbearance means already you almost receive qualities of the 16, this the four cognitions, how do you say, dharma, and also how do you call the subsequent bearance. Subsequent bearance. I want to learn this in English. Chuzu, chuhi, jizu, jihi. So confused. This one to study jizu, chuzu, jihi, jizu, jihi, chuzu, chihi. It's like chuzu, chuhi, chuzu, chuhi. The cognition of the phenomena, cognition of subsequent. Then you can do the subsequent of the forbearance, and the cognition of the forbearance. No. And jizu, jihi, yes, this subsequent forbearance, subsequent cognitions. And other one is the cognition, dharma, and cognition forbearance. Choose Monday. Chu is cognition for the phenomena, forbearance of phenomena, subsequent cognition, cognition forbearance, subsequent. Okay, write properly down. Can you give me? We can just stop 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.